Evening. Hopefully the stream is up and we're all good to go. Realistically, we should be starting the session now, but just waiting on people to join up. There we go. We're just getting okay, so we have 11 in to the session so far, but we're here anyway for Austria, round 7 of the season. Tonight is a sprint race, so now we have the second half of the season. We've been away obviously with the season break, but we are back now and we are racing in Austria tonight. Sprint race as well. So we got 12 laps of an authentic sprint race, and then we got 36 laps for the feature race. So do make yourself comfortable for tonight's race. Thank you for liking the stream. If you're new to the URC, be sure to drop a subscribe so you'll never miss a live notification for our races. So we're just waiting for more people to get into the lobby. So, we're still just getting people in. The attendance isn't great this week, so we've had to get a couple of reserves. We're just waiting on a couple of people. Some people have been no-shows even though they've clicked attendance, so I'm not sure what's the story with that. Some people still don't have an invite, so as I said, Facebook bot will be the last person to join because he just readied up in a session when it was already made when he wasn't supposed to. Now I can invite FaZe, because at least 13 people are in this time. How's it going, Wolves? Hopefully you're doing good, buddy. We're going to get the standings up anyway and just wait for people to join. So we'll come to the standings then. So obviously Banter King, after the season break, after the first half of the season, is leading the championship by 10 points. We then got FaZe McBot in P2 at 94 points. And then Marley is third with 57 points. He's got Rando behind him by 6 points on 51. The two Alpines of Rayan and Griffin are P5 and P6, separated by 7 points. Shano is P7, as he's missed the last 3 races, I believe. I think he raced in Netherlands and he raced in Jeddah. He just DNF'd. He didn't do very well. And then USA, he was a no-show. The two Aston Martins are P8 and P9. Ryan Curran is P10. He's currently in Belgium, so he's going to watch Spa this weekend. Wolves is P11, Wicked Red is P12, Storm is 13th, Pat Kenny is 14th, and then from P15 to P20 have scored no points. And then we'll go to the constructors. So as you know, Mercedes are leading the championship by 13 points. Back to Haas, who are in P2 at 112 points. Alfa Romeo are still P3 with 89 points, sorry. And then we have McLaren and Alpine separated by 3 points going into tonight's race, so that could be an interesting battle to look after. Aston Martin are then P6 on 58 points, and they have Red Bull and Williams behind them. So Red Bull are on 35 points in P7. Williams are P8 on 30 points, and then Ferrari and AlphaTauri are just separated by 3 points going into tonight's race. How's it going, S Junior? Okay, are we waiting for anyone else? So OP Gamer isn't racing tonight. So Haas actually do have a reserve. Big Git is reserving for them, and of course FaZe is readies up when he's not told to. It's just ignorancy, like. Okay, can Griffin please join? Don't know what issue he's having, but he needs to join. Okay, it's only Griffin that has to join, and he hasn't. So there's Glenn. Jeez, even Glenn's in before Griffin. Come on, Glenn. I mean, this is appalling for Griffin. He's never this late to a race. Okay, we got 17 in now, so someone else has joined. Oh, Griffin's in. Okay, so we can get started then. And before I say ready up, we're just going to run through weekend structure, short, long, yeah. Rules and flags are the most important thing. Immersive, standard, strict, reduce standard. Yeah, we're all good to go. And then I am on... Where's my name there now? Yeah, I am a spectator. Alright, cool. Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's get straight into it. We're starting about 11 minutes late. But that's fine. Right, let's get straight into Austria then. So where did I go to in Africa? So I went to a place called Heartbeat Port. So it's like a small area. Well, it's big enough actually, but like I just went to this kind of like this farm and it's outside Johannesburg pretty much. So that's where I went. So we have a cloudy qualifying session. Interesting enough. I'm just gonna promote the stream a little bit. You're going to Poland? No way, man. That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, I've definitely enjoyed that. So we're just waiting for everyone to put on their setups and then we'll get out on track. Right, spectator menu. Show me the goods, please. Detail, tire, and then hide that spectator menu. Dry, dry, and then a dry, wet. It's a dry to wet. Oh, that's yes. Come on. I've been looking forward to that. Right, who's out of the pit lane? Big Git looks like he's out, so he's going to be the first car to do a lap. So I think the big advantage here for Haas is they do have two cars over Mercedes. So Banter King has a lot of pressure on him, I think, in this race to do well. So it looks like a lot of people are going to be getting an early lap in. Someone has retired. Oh, someone's binned it. That's Tamaz. He's binned it in the pit wall. That's huge for the Red Bulls. They really need points. And this is his first race in the league, so I don't know how he's retired in the pit lane. So we'll go on board with a Big Git, because is he the first to start a lap? He's not. Okay, it's Griffin. So he takes turn one pretty nicely. It's a 16.3 in the first sector, so it's not as good as he would like it to be. It's only going to be a banker though. So we'll have to see what he can put in with that. But a lot of people are on hot laps as well, so. And obviously Big Git is pretty close to Griffin, so they didn't really separate from each other on their first lap. Puts in a 45.7 in the second sector. McBot is also on a flying lap. So we'll have to see who can have the better lap, but it's so far this is Griffin, so we have to see what he can do in the Alpine. A 105.7. That's a good strong lap for the banker. As Big Gate goes P2 with a 108, that will definitely be beaten. S Junior goes on a 149, and his teammate goes on a 105.4. So that's an Alfa Romeo 1-2 as it stands. I believe FaZe is starting his lap now as well, as he puts in a 16.4. So I think he's made a mistake, because he's definitely slower than Griffin in the first sector. Some drivers there are putting in a 106. Jinx and Shano putting in 106s. A lot of banker laps, a lot of interesting banker laps being here, as Rayan goes P2, a 105.2. So separating the two Alfa Romeos. As FaZe has now put in a purple sector 2, so he's gone quicker in the second sector in comparison to the first. Banter King goes P4 into the 105s ahead of Griffin. Storm also went into the 105s, so that's a good lap from the Ferrari man. And here comes FaZe to the line, a 105.8, only P6, but he'll improve on that. That's only his banker lap, and we'll see how he improves. Is that rain? There's rain falling down. Is anyone else seeing the rain? This might be the only good lap drivers get in, because I'm seeing spits of rain. Sorry, S Junior, but is anyone else seeing rain? I'm seeing rain on Harrison's car. If rain is coming in now, this could be... Why can't I call you S Junior? S Junior or SJR? S Junior. I'm calling you S Junior. So would you prefer SJR? Is that what you would prefer, SJR? So Gabri won't, as he spins the car. Yeah, the rain is getting worse, which means he might start from the back then. Will Glenn get a lap done on the softs? Because the track surface now is a bit damp, so he's definitely going to struggle. It could be like this for the next 12 minutes of quali, where we have a completely dry session. Sorry, wet session. So there's an Alpine. Is that an Alpine coming out? Is that Griffin, or is that Griffin coming out, or Rayan? Rayan's coming out. So why? So Rayan's coming out despite conditions. Looking pretty damp. He's hoping he can still, I don't know, improve in some way, but it's going to become intermediate conditions shortly in this qualifying session. So at the moment, obviously, the McLarens have been caught out by the weather. They really they have been caught out by the weather, because look where they are. They're P10 and P13. They'll obviously be hoping to bounce back in the sprint race with Alpine in their fourth place defense, and they're obviously separated by 3 points. So Alpine could jump to fourth, but at the moment Alfa Romeo are really putting in the good lap times here with P1 and P3. SJR is on for his first pole position at the moment. Yeah, DRS has been disabled. Wet conditions now. And this will be the weather for the rest of quali. Someone's had a spin. I think that's Rayan. Who's come off? That is Rayan, yeah. So this is what the conditions are going to be like for the rest of quali. I don't think it's drying up. It's interesting to see if some drivers, though, can improve despite the conditions, as there's a Ferrari who's gone off. That is Glenn. So he's had a bit of a spin as there's a Haas coming behind him of Big Git on an out lap. Still on the softs despite DRS being disabled. I don't think he'll be trying to set any sort of competitive hot laps because he won't improve his time with these rainy conditions, as he puts in a 107.3, so he has improved, but he hasn't jumped up anyone. What are Jinx and FaZe doing? I wanna just watch what they're doing. Looks like these two are racing each other. Yeah, they're racing each other in quali. And FaZe is weaving a lot up that hill. I mean, this is alright despite the conditions. We get to see a bit of racing. If this results in a crash though, I mean, it looks very clean. This racing that they're having. I mean, it's better because, like, you know, there's rain, so it's better to provide the entertainment rather than just sit in a pit lane for like 7 minutes. So Shano's actually on a lap. I think he's just, actually no, he's not even pushing, so I think he's just out there to get the feel of the track, and as Wolves is on the inter, so he's actually coming out on the recommended tyre. So fair play to him on that. So that is qualifying, pretty much. S Junior is P1, so he does get his first ever pole position. Rayan is P2, so Marley's P3, Banter King P4, Griffin P5, McBot is P6, so he'll be starting from the third row in the sprint race. Storm is P7, so not a bad position for him. Jinx is P8, Pat Kenny P9, Shano's P10, and then Harrison P11. Wolves is P12, Rando's P13, Glenn is P14, Big Gate is 15, Gormo is 16th. I believe he's a late reserve. I didn't know he joined. And then Tomas is P17, and then Gabri, the Italian, is P18. So it looks like everyone's going to try on the inters for a bit. I believe they're racing, Rando. Is what it looks like to me. Someone informed them it's quality. I think they're just trying to entertain the stream because no one's gonna set a quicker lap now. I mean, this is pretty much the sprint grid that we're gonna see either way. So it's no position will change unless someone gets disqualified or yeah, pretty much if someone gets disqualified or if someone gets a 5-place grid penalty. I can't remove that for the race, no, because it's going to go straight to the next session. So Marley, there's nothing I can do about that because it's going to go straight to the next session, and I'm not resetting the lobby. We'd just be even delaying ourselves even more. So obviously we have there's no point doing qualifying predictions, but do get your sprint race top 3. Well, I can't do anything about the game. Like, I can't remove a 5-place grid penalty. It'd be different if it was a 5-second time penalty or something like that, or you know, it'd be a different outcome if it wasn't that. But like, there's nothing I can do. P1 Rayan, P2 Banter, P3 S Junior. So that's for the sprint race. You think S Junior is going to lose? He's going to drop to P3. Interesting. Because we have 12 laps of racing, and obviously 12 laps, I think it's on the mediums. I would say, I think it's on the mediums, 12 laps. So we'll have to see. I think it's a dry sprint though, so it's a full dry sprint race, and then a dry to wet race for the feature race, which would be very interesting. So Austria could be good. You can see everyone's very close together here. That's a Haas. Has someone lost their? My bot's doing donuts. As everyone's going off the track. What is everyone doing? What is going on here? I have never seen something so immaculate. There's two Alpines. There's an Aston Martin there. There was a Williams. There's a Ferrari who has just gone completely off. Have a look for yourself. There's a nice donut car park here. What is going on? There's just a whole pile up. As Storm's in the barrier, and Big Gate has a 5-place grip penalty. Jesus, everything is like, it's all carnage. Marley's retired from the session. McBoss just done a pirouette. Oh, he's off again. Jinx has a 5-place grid penalty. What is going on? This Wolf has retired from the session. S Junior is retired from the session. I can't believe what I've just seen. A bunch of people doing donuts into turn 1. I hope that doesn't happen during the race. Harrison gets a 5-place. How are people getting... Everyone's getting 5-place grid penalties. Oh lads, what's going on up here? FaZe is still spinning the car. This guy, man, I can't wait for his speech. Man, he's doing perfect 360s here. Absolutely perfect 360s. Trying to... Oh, has he hit someone? FaZe is still there to cross. Come on, FaZe, cross the line, please. Wow. Okay, so P1 is S Junior, P2 is Rayan, P3 is Banter King. Sorry, just P3 is Marley, Banter King is P4, Griffin P5, McBot is P6, Storm is P7, Jinx is P8, P9 is Pat Kenny, P10 is Shano, 11th is Harrison, Wolves is 12th, Rando's 13th, Glenn is 14th, Big Git is starting from the back, Gormo 16th, Gabri 17th, and Tamaz is 18th. Yeah, that was a good quali. Very, very interesting quali, I do have to say. Right, a dry session then. We go to the sprint race. So I think the formation lap patch has been fixed. F1 fixed that, so hopefully we should be able to see the formation laps. Interval. So yeah, everyone's on mediums. That's the right idea anyway. So obviously let's look at the grid change then. So who actually really got affected? Marley stays P3 despite getting that 5th place. I think that applies for the race and not for the sprint. So wherever he qualifies after the end of these 12 laps, that's probably it. So 0 stops, it's 12 laps of racing. Dry conditions. Alright, thank you Ryan. Appreciate that. So it's going to be a lot of grid penalties then. Both Red Bulls starting from the back as well. They need a lot of points here. But S Junior will start on pole with Rayan behind him in P2 on the front row of the grid, the second grid slot. Right, let's see who gets the parking right then. Alright, a couple lads there have definitely got it wrong. Loads of people are struggling to park the car, it looks like. Right, do we get to see the 5 red lights? We do. And we go live for the sprint race. It's lights out. And away we go for the sprint race in Austria. S Junior gets a good start off the line with Rayan in behind. Banter King jumps Marley at the start, and Marley spun by Storm. And it's carnage into turn 1. As Jinx gets up to P4. Oh, there's carnage in the back for the McLaren, and that will bring out a virtual safety car. Everyone is to reduce their pace to 40%, as Shano gets a 5-second time penalty for severe collisions with Tomaz. My god, that was absolutely turn 1 carnage there. Marley's been heavily affected though. He will definitely... Storm will definitely be getting penalised for that. Marley doesn't have to worry about that. Ryan Curran, legend. So who's into the pits then? Pa Kenny is in. So he got lap 1 damage, I believe. As Storm pulls away up into P4, makes a good move past Jinx in the Aston. Meanwhile, Banter King, oh, he looked to go for it there on Rayan, but he's come away there and is staying in his position. But S Junior is pulling off quite a good gap to the 2 behind, and he's just going to aim to pull away now as Jinx and Storm still going at it. This is a great battle, by the way. Wolves is on the back of them as well. He should just be patient as Storm is forced wide, and through goes Wolves up the inside. Does he get the move? Oh, he spun. Very good to hear that, as Wolves is definitely struggling because Griffin has just given him a bit of a love tap there on the back, but Marley is making up places. So we'll go back to the top 3. DRS is now enabled. But let's go, Gaffel. Let's go, buddy. 1-2. That's what I like to hear. As Gabri is past Storm. He's up to P6. As FaZe and Jinx. There's a Ferrari off out of turn 1. That's Glenn Mack, I believe. Jinx, sorry, McBot's going to go up the inside. Oh, that's Storm who has a spin. And he's just hit the back of the AlphaTauri there. And Storm drops back to 12th after that. So S Junior still leading the way, 4 laps in. Ryan hasn't been able to get by. And Banter King hasn't been able to make a move either. He's actually dropping back a bit. Here's Gabri and Jinx. Gabri's going to send one up the inside. Jinx actually has wing damage as well. I've just seen that there. He's forced Gabri off the track. She's not allowed to do. That is dangerous by the Aston Martin driver. Not the first time he's been called out for dangerous driving as well. Gabri gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, as Glenn and Tomas are going for a little fight of their own here. Ryan's a lot closer this time. S Junior has a bit of a loss of the rears. And now Ryan can try and attack as Randall gets past Jinx in the McLaren for P5. As Jinx is forced wide by Gabri. This fight is really getting heated. They really are fighting hard. As Shano now gets by Jinx, so both McLarens P5 and P7 at the moment. Remember, still a lot of grid penalties actually to be to still be set after this race, so we'll have to see where some of these drivers will start. I know Marley will get knocked back a couple of places for that incident in qualifying. Yeah, Ryan's a lot more closer now to S Junior. Is he going to go for it? He's very close. Yeah, Banter King is definitely derailing. He's not as close as he was in the opening laps. Well, this is really the battle we have to stay with, because this is for pole. Oh, there's a safety car. So what's happened there? I must have missed it because I was looking at the stream. So obviously some incident has brought out the safety car. That just bunches everyone up now. No one really should pit. Storm has been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. Can't park there, mate. I know I can't park there. So a safety car then. This is going to be out for at least 2 laps, so that will have us racing again on lap 9, I believe. I think Storm got gravel trapped. Okay, that's no worries then. But looks like the safety car is out. This happened in Miami as well, but there was like 2 of them. Yeah, but Yaffo, Big Git has a time penalty, and he also has a, I believe, a 20 a 20 place grid penalty, so he's going to start from the back either way. No, he won't. I don't think he'll win. There we go. So to lower the brightness a bit. Right, so this means McBot can push for a podium now, as he is getting close to his championship rival, just up ahead of him. Rando's also going to be on the back of this fight as well. He could grab a podium if he has the pace to do it. Harrison's up to P8, so he can also get some good positions as well. Griffin will be looking to jump a couple of guys. Wolf's on the fresh softs. Don't leave him out. Marley as well, do not leave him out, but he also has a grid penalty. So that cannot be avoided. That he will drop back a couple of places despite having bad luck on the opening lap of the race, which I'm assuming he will be requesting an incident on. Safety car is in this lap though, so it's all on S Junior's restart. He will go when he feels the time is right. Oh, he's gone, but he hasn't caught Rayon off. Because that's Banter King, and our Banter King and Faye is going to try and go side by side. Rando is going to try and make a move. Gabri and Griffin. Griffin has made a double overtake. What a move. I hope that was legal. I hope that was a legal move and it wasn't like Miami. Oh, and there goes Shano up the inside. He completely forces Griffin off the track there. And Griffin was allowed to make that re-entry because he was forced off by the McLaren. As Banter King gets past, does he get past Rayan? Oh, Rayan very, very close to the Mercedes man. As Park Kenny has retired from the session. Okay, Rayan's internet is not good. He's ghosting through cars. And it looks a bit dangerous as Glenn will get the 3-second time penalty. as Shano and Tomas are going to go at it into turn 1. Tomas is forced wide on Shano there. And Glenn Mack is going to go through it. He's going to say thanks very much and get the move. Oh, he gets tapped in the back by Tomas there, but he stays ahead. Oh, there goes Harrison for a spin. He's in the wall. He's reset the. Did he reset the track? Yeah, that's a penalty for Harrison. Resetting the track is not allowed under any circumstances. And I think one of the Red Bull drivers saw that, and I saw that by the replay on the stream. So Harrison will be penalised. We go into the last lap of this sprint race. And it's S Junior to be leading the way as Glenn Mack has retired. He's lost it out of turn 1. And DRS is actually enabled. And Banter King doesn't have it. That's crucial. And he doesn't have the DRS to S Junior. Oh, Ryan's all over the back of him. Is he going to go for the move? Oh, he's very close. I think he thought about it, but he realised there was more at stake. As S Junior comes across the line to win the sprint race, it's going to be pole position. Banter King P2, Rayan P3, and McBot crosses in P4. Rando will start P5, and Wolves will start P6. Very good result for the Williams. He will be happy with that. A third row start. And Shano with his unserved penalty will get another 5 seconds added to his final results. So that is the sprint race complete. Wolves starts in P6. Gabri picked up a point. Let's go. Well done, Gabri. So those are the sprint race results. Let me just get a photo of that. So I know results. S Junior then wins 8 points for Alfa Romeo. Banter King is P2. Rayan is P3. McBot is P4. Rando's P5. Wolves is P6. Marley is P7. Gabri's P8, P9 is Gormo, P10 is Tommaso. Both Red Bulls start in the top 10. Harrison's P11, Griffin is P12, Shano's P13, 14th is Jinx, 15th is Glenn, 16th is Big Git, 17th is Pat Kenny, and Storm is 18th. And he is the last car that will round out the grid. But some people do have grid penalties. I'm just going to close the door before we get to the formation lap. What I should get is those sound muff thingies that block out sound. Right, so then we're going to get to the actual formation lap then. So some people did drop back, bear in mind. So we need to be mindful of that. So the stream is delayed by 9 seconds. Just tyres and all that stuff. Right, so Marley's dropped back to 11th. Who else has dropped outside as well? I know Big Gate is starting from the back. Gate and Storm have crashed into each other. Gormo's been disqualified as well from the formation lap. So everyone to start this race will start on the medium tyre. So I believe the strategy is going to be a medium to hards, I would think. People did say it's a dry to wet race, so 36 laps. So the mediums to hards is the one-stop strategy, or if you're on the softs, you're doing a soft, medium, hard, which is interesting. So everyone's chosen to go with the one-stop, and let's see who gets the stopping on the grid right. And a couple of people haven't got it right. And we got a 5 red lights. And the lights are out, the cars are away. S Junior gets a good start off the line. Banter King as well has Ryan side by side with him. But everyone has gotten away pretty well into turn 1 so far. There's Carnage off in the back with that AlphaTauri. But everyone's come clean away in from turn 1. That's a really good start. Ryan looking to add the early pressure as Banter King has sent it. S Junior must have locked up there. And FaZe just sits back there and waiting patiently to make that move. As S Junior comes right back at Banter King around the outside. And does he get the move done? No, Banter King's going to try and stay with him. And S Junior, despite losing that position into turn 3, has kept it and he's gained it back in a very, very respectful way. As now Banter King has Rayan all over the back of him. So Marley's gained 4 places off that start, which is very, very good. As he's looking to get past Wolves now, up to P6. Was a bit wide there, but he's managed to hold it well. As a couple of drivers are into the pits for an early stop. Banter King is fighting S Junior again. That's a great move. Banter King, they're still side by side, and S Junior, he seizes off that position to fight another day. As Ryan and McBot actually are going side by side. Ryan will try and defend to the outside, but McBot has such a better line here. Made a bit of contact there, a bit of a friendly bump between the Alpine and Haas driver, and Ryan stays ahead for this lap, for the end of this lap. But DRS is enabled next lap then, and so far we've had a clean getaway in terms of collisions and DNFs. So Rando is up in P5 here, as Marley now is hopefully going to have DRS to get by Wolves. He will have DRS. Gabri picks up the first time penalty of this race, and 33 laps to go. As Rando and Wolves. So Wolves actually managed to pull away from Marley. He might go for P5 here. Oh, did he get damage? He didn't. He was able to avoid wing damage there from Rando. Obviously Rando has every right to defend the position. Pa Kenny is actually past Harrison. and open to P9. Williams again in double points. This will be very good for them with their battle with Red Bull, who are both out of the top 10 at the moment. As that's Pat Kenny going very, very wide. Jinx is off the track in sector 3 in the Aston. Wolves has had a bad exit. Now Marley can have a good run here. He might actually have him here up into turn 3 up the hill. Who's on later on the brakes? They both go late on the brakes. And Marley is past Wolves for P6. And Harrison gets a 3-second time penalty. Bot actually got past Rayan, so Rayan's actually derailing in 4th. As there's AlphaTauris have come together, and that's a safety car because of the debris. As Tomas has gone into the back of Jinx. And that's definitely a safety car now, from where the car is parked. So Rayan got past McBot there. Okay, while the safety car is on, I'll give you the perms. Alright, so we should get back to Racing Edition soon, I would Yeah, I know Jinx has been warned. Yeah, Gabri, there's nothing really we can do about a glitch. If you want to send it in though, you can send it in and we can review it. But at the moment, it's better just to keep your head down for the race and race on. So the first safety car then caused by what looked to be debris on track, and then obviously Tamaz was taken out. As Harrison gets a 5-second time penalty for that severe collision. So safety car should be in this lap, I would expect. Harrison send it in and we'll get a look at it. It's better to do that. If anyone gets a penalty they don't think they should have got, immediately just report it. Okay, Harrison, yeah, report it. Definitely report it and we can investigate it and possibly get it removed. So safety car is going to be in this lap. And Banter King leads the way, which will be very important for him. As Shano gets a 5-second time penalty for having a collision with Gabri. And off goes Banter King. He's jumped S Junior there, but who is under pressure? That's Randall getting by Wolves, but Wolves comes back at him. As he tries to stick with him. But Randall's under fresher tyres. They're taking a while to warm up, but they are immediately fresher than Wolves' tyres. And there goes Randall. He's been spun. As Gormo gets another 3-second time penalty, so that's another one. Oh my god, there's absolute carnage going on up here. As Glenn gets another time penalty. McBot gets a... Ooh. McBot gets a 3-second time penalty. That could make it interesting. Oh, Rayan makes a double dive as he tries to defend from McBot. He does that successfully. So Park Henny and Wolves are P5 and P7 as DRS is being enabled now. as that's a Ferrari who's gone off. I think that was Storm. Someone's in the pits. So Storm had a spin by the pit lane entry. Glenn's just coming around the final corner there. So S Junior now on the attack. Faze went a little bit wide there, but he's kept control of the car. There's a McLaren off. That is Shano. McLaren really not having a good race at all. At this rate, Alpine will jump them in the standings. So, not a good night for McLaren. But Marley has recovered, as S Junior takes the lead of the race, with obviously the help of DRS. But Banner King is going to come back at him. But S Junior gets the much better exit. Oh, Banter King sends it. What a dive bomb. Absolutely sends it. S Junior though still stays ahead, as Gabri and Jinx have retired. Oh, I wonder how that happened. Oh my god, that's a big crash. So everyone's going to be on hards now. Yeah, Gabri, I saw that, man. Yeah, Jinx is looking to be banned from the league now. This is the second race now where he's done bad driving. Did it in USA 2 weeks ago, and he's doing it again here in Austria. So everyone's pretty much on hards to the end then. It's bar, I'd say bar these three. Git, Griffin and Harrison. Obviously Griffin will be waiting for a late safety car. And safety car is in. That's S Junior. He's out of the race. What happened to S Junior? Oh my god, how is S Junior out of the race? What has happened to S Junior, lads? So Griffin inherits as Rando's going to go for the move. As Favorite Bot goes by, Banter King goes by. So Rando could lose 2 places here. Because with that dive bomb he just didn't get the traction he needed on those hards. Banter King has spun. Oh, he's lost it out of the last corner. Oh my god, it's all happening this race, guys. Banter King has spun the car, and he's taken Marley with him, who has a damaged wing. That's Pat Kenny missing a front wing, with Shano ahead of him. So with Banter King spinning, does that mean will Mercedes still keep the lead of the Constructors' Championship? There's a Mercedes off again. That's Banter King off one more time. His race is really falling apart now. And he has spun once again. Mercedes are having a nightmare of a race. Anyway, back to the leaders. Here's Wolves on the back of Rando in the Williams. But he also has Shano as well behind him. I have a strong feeling that McLaren and Alpine could possibly jump Alfa Romeo. I just have a feeling. Because Ryan's on for net P1 realistically. Harrison, despite being on 13 lap old hards, I don't think he'll go to the end on these. And he has a time penalty either way. As Pat Kenny gets the fastest lap. Look at this, Rando's a lot more closer to phase now. Going into lap 21. Is Rando going to make the move for P4? And FaZe just tried to push him off track. I'm gonna request that. Shano gets 3 seconds. And McBart and Wolves. And FaZe McBart will come right back at him. And does this the clean way this time. And he gets the move done. It looks like Wolves is staying with McBot here. He's doing very, very well for P4, and obviously the two lads ahead have to pit. So he could be on for a podium even. And he hasn't had a podium since Bahrain. 6 rounds ago. He has just so much speed. But he's making the move in the wrong place. McBot actually has a damaged wing. I forgot to point that out. But that doesn't affect his straight line speed as he goes past Wolves again. Wolves actually got a time penalty there as well. As Rayan is actually past Harrison now, so he can just try and pull away. As Glenn Max had a spin out of turn 3. Shano and FaZe going at it. Wolves in the back. Yeah, FaZe has a damaged wing. It's not looking good for him right now. If I was Wolves, I would just stay patient. And let these two fight it out. But so far, Rayan's on for his first race win. As who's that into the pits? That's Big Git in the Haas. Might I say crawling into the pit lane. And Pat Kenny and Marley again just in a battle of their own back here. Really are struggling. Mercedes with no points. They scored points in the sprint race, but will that be enough to keep them ahead? As Shano and McBot are going side by side again out of turn 4 through turn 5 to turn 6. They're still side by side, and Shano has made the move. He's giving FaZe that room, and Shano makes the move on McBot up to P4. Rando's actually reducing the gap to these guys as well, so he could actually jump these guys by the end of the race. But does he still have to pit though? That's my question. As the two Ferraris are actually in the top 10, so they might get some points here. Gormo might score some points as well for Red Bull. Oh, Shano and FaZe still going at it. Really good fighting here by these two. Shano fighting McBot really hard there. There was contact made between the two of them. This could get very heated. You have to stay with this for a couple laps, I think. And Shano really wants to defend this position as hard as he can. As Griffin picks up a time penalty for himself. Wolves thought about it into turn 1. And look how much this battling has helped Rando. He's, I think, besides him and Rayan, he's the only driver to not have a time penalty. Oh, there goes FaZe! He's been spun round. I think Wolves hit him. And these two are still fighting now. Talk about time penalty central. As Harrison picks up another one. Wow. Shano gives Wolf a little love tap there. And he tried to go around the outside. He's going to go for a switchback, is he? No, he's not going to send the move there. Look at the two McLarens. On for some good points here. Rando can make a double overtake here. He definitely has the speed. As Shano will make the move on Wolves. Will he stick it though? He does. He does exactly that, and Rando just trying to play the team game as Wolves gets a much better exit on Shano there, with DRS obviously assisting that move. Now there's 10 laps to go as Marley puts in the fastest lap, but it won't really do much for him because he's outside the top 10. And Wolves gets another 3 seconds for going wide. So Griffin's into the pit lane now. I believe he's putting on soft, so that could be the right tyre if another safety car comes out. And McBot's into the pits as well. Oh, someone's come off. Is that Rando? It is. So Rando has a damaged front wing. And he will drop back on his 21 lap old hards. Wow. I didn't realise Rando hadn't pit in a while. So Banter King's back up into P10. He will at this rate claim a single point for Mercedes, when they definitely needed more points than that, as Shane and Wolves are still fighting for this last podium place, and Wolves has spun. Wolves has made contact with that McLaren, and it's put him off track, and he's dropped to P7. As Harrison, I think he's serving a penalty and then getting a pit stop done. He is. Ryan just has to bring it home now. No time penalties, no mistakes, and he'll come home as the race winner. As Griffin's up to P4, McBot gets another time penalty, and with that he's out to the top 10. Banter King is P8. McBot has gained a couple places, and he's back up into the top 10. He's in P9 now. On fresh softs, he'll be chasing down Banter King. Really hasn't been his race after that spin, out of sector 1. And this race has flown. Wow. Look at all the time penalties. As Harrison gets by Griffin. Griffin going to go for a switchback though. As Rando gets another time penalty. So now everyone bar Ryan has a time penalty. I mean, Austria is very hard for track limits. It's very, very tough with track limits. But Ryan has over a 21-second lead. He's just got to bring it home for the next 6 laps. I'm curious to see what the podium will look like. And obviously next week we have Japan next week, which won't be a sprint race. It'll be a normal format, so quali and then a race. So the Suzuka circuit is for round 8. S Junior, please don't stop league racing. It's alright, you made one mistake. It's okay. These things happen. I mean, could it be? Let's check the time penalties. Let's just check penalties. So Griffin, oh, actually, well, he has to get past. He has he has to get past Glenn. He gets past Harrison, but he also has to get, obviously, he has to get past Glenn and he has to get past Harrison, which he's done. So it could be an Alpine 1-2 if Griffin gets a move on and gets past Glenn, because at the moment Glenn is going to finish on the podium. Ferrari's last podium was Bahrain, but Glenn has just lost 2 positions there, so Griffin is exactly where he wants to be now. He's on the podium for sure. He just has to keep it clean for these next 4 laps. As there's a car off, I believe. I don't believe that's FaZe, because FaZe is driving pretty smoothly. That was Big Gate who had a spin. Oh, FaZe is nowhere near Banter King at the moment. The Storm's on the back of Marley. Could see a good fight here. Oh, they've made a bit of contact. Kind of just smacked into the side of him. As Griffin's lost 2 places, so something's happened to Griffin there. That has dropped him back to P4, because Harrison has got by Shano. Look at Ryan's lead, 23.4 seconds. The Dutchman is in a class of his own as Banter King picks up another 3-second time penalty. It's really not his day. As Wolves gets a 3-second time penalty. So where... I have to just leave on penalties now, don't I? Just to basically see where people might finish. Griffin will definitely finish P2 at this race. Marley's had a spin. He's come off into turn 1. Glenn Max on for a podium anyway. And Harrison gets a very poor exit. Griffin is going to have DRS on him. And he should get the move done. But he's burning the battery. Griffin could really make it a 1-2 for Alpine here. He just has to keep the pressure on. It basically is a 1-2 for Alpine. Which I never thought I would see this season. A 1-2 for Alpine definitely puts them ahead of Alfa Romeo now. That is for sure. Alpine will move to 3rd in the Constructors' Championship. I don't think they'll get enough points to jump ahead of Haas, because FaZe is obviously scoring points at the moment, and he scored points in the sprint. So Haas will stay ahead of Alpine, but Alpine will jump to 3rd. McLaren, I'd say, will go to 5th. No, they'll jump to 4th. Alfa Romeo are nowhere in the points. Yeah, if I'm correct in saying... No. Alfa Romeo will stay 4th at this rate. And then McLaren will drop to 5th. That's how I'm seeing... I'm trying to do the maths in my head. But, we're going to come to Ryan and we're going to go on board with him for the final lap. Right, as Griffin has made it past Harrison into turn 1. And now it's an Alpine 1-2. Well, this has been some race for the Alpine, for the Renault powered team. As we come in to Rayan, he's going to be a Grand Prix winner in the URC. Rayan wins the Austrian Grand Prix. What a win. And then obviously this is the podium. We don't know who's going to finish on it yet. I think it will... Glenn Mack might just get P3, I think. Griffin's going to cross the line for P2. And Alpine 1-2 for definite. Glenn Mack, does he get P3? He doesn't. So Harrison gets on the podium for AlphaTauri. Wow. That is interesting. Glenn Mack just misses out on a podium. Just misses out. Harrison gets a P3 for AlphaTauri. That's exactly what they need. Shane P5 for McLaren. He'll be happy with that. What a race. What a race. And he's your driver of the day. Wow. What a podium. I wasn't expecting this podium, I'll tell you that. Harrison, you got driver of the day. An Alpine 1-2. I cannot believe the scenes I am seeing. So we'll go to the results of the race. Wow, Alpine take home so much points. Oh my god. So here's the results from the race then. Rayan finishes, he gets his first victory after qualifying pole in the last 2 races. He finally wins. Griffin is P2. He's on the podium. Harrison P3, Glenn P4, Shane P5, P6 is Gormo, P7 is McBot, P8 is Wolves, P9 is Banter King, P10 is Pat Kenny, P11 is Randall, P12 is Storm, Marley's 13th, 14th is Big Git, 15th is S Junior, 16th is Jinx, 17th is Gabri, and 18th is Tomaz. Oh, what a race. What a race. Glenn Mack, you were 13th. As stated in the race classification. Oh, what a race. What a race, guys. Alright, we'll get the podium in. A lot of penalties that race, and incidents I'd say will go into the night. But for now we just interview the podium as it is. Virtual showroom. Right, let's get the podium in the party then. I'll actually just plug in my controller quickly, so that we don't have our controller dying on us mid-interview. That would be embarrassing. Right, Griffin, Rayan, and XT Harrison. there's our podium. Griffin.
Shamrock!
Hello.
Hello.
Alpine Zoo!
Zoo! I want to play B. That's how we
First
do it.
off, I want to say Shano is a liability. Thought I'd say.
Okay. We'll deal with race incidents. Obviously after the interviews. Oh yeah, you'll get penalised for that.
Oh.
So you might lose the podium, but
Well, we'll get the podium then.
I
Shano.
think Shano will, or Glenn. I think Glenn finished P4, so he might get it.
Oh, mate, imagine Clemac.
I'm amazing, that's why.
That's
But
a
we'll
W.
interview Harrison anyway for the moment. Harrison, your driver of the day. How was your qualifying and your sprint race? Fair enough. And how did you find the race? Okay, some of the guys can't hear your voice, Harrison. So if you put your voice on share, it should be able to hear you. Alright, well, best of luck in Japan next week then. And I guess we'll use the same car for the next 2 interviews.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Griffin, we'll come to you first. Is this your first podium in the URC?
It is.
That's a W.
It is.
Absolutely unreal.
It is.
I think, did you struggle a bit in qualifying in the sprint?
Yeah, I may have got taken out multiple times by cars, but you know, Pat Kinney may have wiped me out turn 1. We don't speak
okay.
about that.
Yeah, turn 1 was pretty much a bit of carnage, as it always is in
Yeah,
Austria.
same thing happened to me on a lap 1 in the actual race as well. I got taken out.
Okay.
So,
Well, at least you have a podium now. So
yes,
happy
what a
days.
race. Yes.
I think from that race, I want to say Alpine gained around 40 odd points, close to 50 maybe.
Yeah.
So
I got 31 points and Griffin, I think, from 18.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's around
It's insane.
50, isn't it? Or that's around 50
That's
points.
that's
So
mad.
Something like that. Yeah.
that puts you up with the two teams, Haas and Mercedes.
W.
So,
Because I was saying it like earlier, Alpine could be a late season contender, and you've just done that this race. So, Griffin, Japan is next week. How are you feeling for Japan?
oh man, I can't wait to get another one too. Rayan here. Looking forward to it. Me and Rayan, we're just a godly duo.
Yeah.
You definitely proved it that race. Obviously, Ryan, I mean, kept it clean the entire race. The only lad to not get a time penalty.
Yeah, like I left Rayan go, and then he caught up with Harrison, and then basically I had to go on I had to go on hards at lap 1 because of my damage from the start. So
Yeah.
my tires were cooked, so I pitted, and then I just gained a load of places off the saw. So I was like, because I knew Harrison had a penalty, Shane had a penalty. I don't know, yeah, but absolutely delighted now.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy, and it's really good points for yourself as well, because obviously you and Ryan now move a bit further up in the drivers' championship, and not just the constructors as well. But well done, congratulations on the P2.
Thank you.
Fantastic job, Ryan. You're finally on the top step.
Finally, it took me 2 races.
Yeah, P3 in Jeddah, P2 in USA, and now P1 in Austria.
Yes.
Talk us through your qualifying and your sprint race to start off.
Well, my qualifying was horrible. I was a bit too safe with the qualifying, and then when I did set my lap, it was just pissing down, so I couldn't improve. So I was just doing donuts with the boys, with the
Yeah.
Irish guys. And in the sprint, I adjusted my setup, but I thought it was gonna rain in the sprint in the race, so I adjusted my setup a bit to get the wings a bit higher.
Yeah.
And that fucked me in the sprint and the race because it was dry, so my setup was horrible. So I
And
got pits. Yeah, go on.
sorry, yeah. And in the race, then how did you feel? Obviously, I think you start. Did you start? Where did you start? Was it P2,
Pit,
P3,
P3, P3.
P3? Yeah. So how did? I think you. Obviously, when you were on the hards, how did you find the hards? Because obviously, people were going on to softs and other tires. How did you feel on the hards in that last stint?
Yeah, I find the hards way better than the mediums.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I got a bit lucky with the win as well, with SDR crashing and Bounty King uh, getting collected in the incident. So,
Yeah. And obviously, for yourself, you take away 31 points
yeah, that's
from
mad.
this weekend, so that should really give you a little boost up the drivers' championship. Do you see yourself as a late title contender?
Yeah, I do. I
So
now
we
see myself as a championship contender.
absolutely. And with Japan next week, are you feeling confident for that, or
I've not even driven a kilometer on that track on this game.
I think you should get a test drive on it then first.
I'm feeling. I don't know how I need to feel about Japan. I don't really like it, but in other league races in the last game, I did pretty good. But I don't know how I will do in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And obviously Alpine now with this double points, they can become a serious threat
Yeah.
to Haas and who's calling me on Discord? I guarantee it's FaZe.
Phase.
He's always calling me.
Always face.
It's not, it's one of my mates.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, obviously as I was saying, Alpine could become a late title contender, and you've definitely jumped Alfa Romeo and definitely have jumped McLaren after
Yeah.
this race. So you've gone from P5 to P3. That has to be a good result.
Has anyone gotten a 1-2 before us in
I
Austria?
think Phase and Banter did last game. But this game, I don't think so.
This season, I mean.
I think the Merc. I don't think anyone has gotten a 1-2 this season. I think the Mercs have. I actually don't think any team has gotten a 1-2 this
That's
season.
it's
I
going
think
into
Alpine
history.
I think Alpine are the first team to do it.
That's going in the URC history books right there.
Yep,
Absolutely.
of course.
Yes.
The Gaudy duo.
Yeah. But it's sadly coming to an end next season.
So, yeah, well done, lads, again. Best of
Shut
luck
him
next
off,
week.
Summer.
And, yeah, well done. I think that was really impressive drive from the both of you. You have definitely now made Haas and Mercedes a threat from ye. And now I think they're in your targets now. You can easily bring a fight to them.
Yeah, they're shaking in their boots. We have
Exactly. They had a pretty poor race. I think McBot finished P7 and Banter King finished
Yep.
P9.
No.
So very
There's
little
some-
points gained by those two. So again, well done, guys. This has been it for Austria. Been a hectic race with time penalties for everyone bar Rayan.
That's mad.
But we'll be back next week, next Thursday, for Japan, for round 8. See you all then, guys.
Bye bye.